Maryknoll Sisters are women who have heard a call to go out, to go to where God wants them to go.
Maryknoll Sisters are very attentive to people, very, very aware of justice issues, and don't give up easily.
Everywhere I go, I bring my whole being to share with people and listen to the people what they need.
It's really a call of being of service and inspiring and joy with people, and I like that.
I think as a young woman, as a missionary going to Tanzania, I thought I was going to give something, and I had something to bring. But as a matter of fact, 43 years on, I have been enriched. I have received so much from the children and so much from the people.
What we always do is respond to what the church wants. We don't go to a place and say, we're going to do this. We go to a place and say, what can we do?
It's a community of people that we hope to be able to help, whether it's building a well or whether it is staffing a clinic. Even though we are bringing our faith, God is there before we arrive. So it's respecting the culture of the people. All the sisters will tell you that we have been changed by the people that we meet.
So while there's a great family spirit, there's a deep appreciation for the fact that all of us are on our own spiritual and human journeys.
We're as different as they come, and yet the sense of solidarity, no matter where you are, you're a Maryknoll sister. When you come to Maryknoll as a young woman, to be trained, you see the mission sending ceremonies. You see people on the front porch waving the noisemakers.
The sending off, this is why we came to go. We leave sisters behind, but know that they're with us wherever we go.
I'm Sister Hyun Kim. I have been in Maryknoll for 3 years. Now after I finish my training, and I'm going to Brazil. I hope in Brazil I can work with the women who are survivors from sex trafficking, domestic violence and sex abuse. Especially I'm very interested in healing community for them.
We've been called to cross boundaries of culture, of race, of geography, socioeconomic, religion. We also have invited women from the countries that we serve to be part of us, to be missioners with us.
My name is Sister Rebecca Nyaki, and I am from Tanzania, East Africa. I am a Maryknoll sister. I work with children with disability, and I love my work with children. They are challenging, and they help me to grow.
I'm very blessed as the Maryknoll sister. I'm an artist, painter, printing maker, and liturgical dancer, and moving prayer instructor. You can move, and then you can pray. And then your whole being as your mind and body and spirit, and you can open to God.
This is our centennial year, and it's been important to trace the historical things that happened in the world, as well as where we had some outreach during the war times, during the peace times.
The history of Maryknoll has a very amazing ecumenical background. It was a Protestant teacher at Smith College who animated Mary Rogers to respond to the need of the Catholic girls at Smith College. She was a young Catholic student and then a young Catholic teacher.
She had a dream. She shared the dream. She went to meet Father Walsh and could grab a hold of a thread of something that might be.
And that's really the kind of the seed that grew into this marvelous tree that we have here now.
The community was small when we first came here. As we grew in numbers, our buildings and facilities grew.
The official Maryknoll family is in Ossining, New York, and we're on the Hudson River, and we have a piece of property that is divided by a road which is called Ryder Road. On one side you have the Maryknoll Fathers, and at one time they had a full-on seminary there. Now they call it the Maryknoll Center, and they use it for wonderful educational opportunities and displays. On the other side of the road is the Maryknoll Sisters house, and it's a building that has 3 sections to it. The first section was finished in 1932. There was an addition put on in 1956, which we affectionately call the 56 wing. And then a third building was built, which is called the Rogers Building, named after Mother Mary Joseph, and that has the residence of most of the younger, more active sisters.
There's a shift now, but it's still our responsibility to have from this place an outreach to the world with whatever personnel, whatever resources we have.
We invite any of you who might be visiting New York to come and visit us, especially in the spring and the fall. It's really beautiful.
In 1927, the request came to the Maryknoll Sisters to send sisters out to Honolulu. The bishop saw that need and asked us, and we did it. And the amazing thing, they were invited to start coeducational schools.
I came to Hawaii in 1949, and I have to admit it was a love affair from day one. My first class was in 3rd grade. I fell in love with the children right away. After that, Maryknoll High School is where I taught for 22 years. That was the blessing for me, to know that I was so accepted and so loved by so many people.
Maryknoll School, as it has developed over the years, has had a very strong service component to the work that has been connected with the alumni.
There really is the aloha spirit among our grads. When we see this in action and see their great kindness toward one another and their interest in one another, it makes you feel very good.
There's a wonderful quote for Maryknoll that says, "The one to whom much has been given, much is expected." And later, in the 1940s, the bishop discovered that they needed to have a Catholic social service agency.
They asked us if we could start Catholic charities. The church there recognizes the large group of immigrants, the large group of orphans. We would have adoption programs and personal counseling, family counseling. It's a call, an offer, and then a response for us.
We learn so much from the people with whom we are around the world, and our lives are so changed and so impacted by that.
I was born a missionary, but I didn't know until I came to Maryknoll, and then Maryknoll helped me to see the way of being a missionary.
Maryknoll gave me lots of opportunity to see all of the world. So it's really a big blessing to me.
There's no holdback on our dreams of what we're still called to in the days, the years to come.